Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to talk about Elon Musk and the launch of SpaceX. This is really exciting because he couldn't be launching this at a better time. It's almost as though he knew astrology, and I wouldn't put it past him because he's a pretty smart guy. So I wanted to compare Elon Musk's chart to what's happening and for the launch date. And really any day around this launch date will work wonders for any business. So I don't think that most people can get in on the first public offering. I think you have to know somebody to get in on this. But they mention that Elon Musk, after the launch of this big project, SpaceX, he could be the first trillionaire in the United States. There's probably many trillionaires out there. They just don't want the world to know, if you know what I mean. But let's get going and let's look at Elon Musk's chart. Elon Musk has a Gemini ascendant. And this is so important. Why? Let me tell you why. Transiting Jupiter when it goes into Cancer, which will be June 1st, is going to go into his second house of money. This is like he needs money. But I've got some good news and some assumptions I'm going to make about Elon based on his chart. I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again about what he can do to help the world with his money. And I think he will, because there's only so many things you can buy in the world when you're a trillionaire. I mean, life could get boring, but it's not about things or wealth or money. It's really about power. And what I always say, what true power is about, is empowering others, giving back. That's what happens when you really reach a pinnacle of success and you realize what is the purpose and meaning of life. This is it. So we're going to see what's bound to happen. So here is what I want to do here. I want to put up the launch date for SpaceX, and then I want to compare his chart as to where he's headed with all of this. Now, let me say this too before I get going, that Elon's got a pretty amazing chart. Well, let's put it up there. Now, looking at his chart, I know I have it up there. Mars is with Rahu in the 8th house. This can be very deep and dark, and especially in the area of research and analysis. Mars is actually exalted in Capricorn, its strongest position. Guess who else has a Gemini ascendant in Mars and Rahu in the 8th house? Albert Einstein. Does this make a little bit of sense? They're very eclectic. They're deep thinkers. They are, well, in another world. That's the 8th house, and it is the house of research. So this is fascinating and interesting. And we are going to get down to what SpaceX is about to do. But before I do, I have to remind everyone to sign up for my free newsletter. Go to galacticcenter.org. You will get all my predictions delivered to your email address every week. And also while you're there, check out my Patreon group. It is a spiritual community. We meet weekly. You can find that on my homepage. But most of all, if you want to know how all these transits and planets are affecting you personally, you're going to want to get my Galactic Planner. It is an app. Now it's an app in June. And trust me, I chose this time to launch my app because it's so auspicious. But go to galacticplanner.com and you can have your own astrology, just like what I'm doing with Elon's chart today. Calculated, and you will love it. So check out my planner. You've got to try it. It is brand new. It is something else. So continuing on, let's pull up the launch date, which is estimated to be around June 12th of 2026, SpaceX. So I believe this is the day it's going to go public, and boy, is this going to be exciting, because look at this chart. It's amazing. It has Jupiter and Venus together, both benefics in the sign of Cancer. Now, why is this so important? Because Cancer is its exaltation sign for Jupiter. Jupiter picks up so much strength in this sign, and it's even nearing its exact degree of exaltation, which is 5 Cancer. Now this Jupiter-Venus, they're in his second house of money. Money is going to be elevated remarkably for him. We're talking a trillionaire. It's crazy. How do people even count to that number, much less make that kind of money? But you got to admit, he's a brilliant guy. He is a brain. So the Jupiter-Venus in the second house deals with money. Now it is in the 12th house from the moon. 12th house of space. And what is this project called? SpaceX. It's incredible. Talk about timing. But as Jupiter goes through the sign of Cancer, and Jupiter is in Cancer from June 1st through October 31st. Yes, I'm a sidereal Vedic astrologer. These are the true placements of the planets, not tropical Western. And as Jupiter zips through the sign of Cancer, June 1st through October 31st, it is going through Elon's second house of money, and it's going to aspect his Mars-Rahu in the 8th house, money through other people. This is all in the stocks. It's going to be amazing. So once Jupiter gets up to opposing natal Mars and Rahu, which will be around, yes, October, you're going to see this stock go through the roof, I think. But remember, I got to do a disclaimer. I could be wrong. I don't think so. But just, I want you to see how it's affecting Elon in his chart. So this is just remarkable that we've got the 2 planets of wealth in his money house aspecting the 8th house of money through other people, and it is expanding. Now, I also noticed that Mars is in Aries during the time of this launch. It's going to be around 24 degrees. It's in his 11th house, which is the house of great gains. The second house is the money we earn, but the 11th house is great gains, meaning large sums of money that come in one big plop. And Mars, by its 4th aspect square, is aspecting his second house of money he earns. This is remarkable, truly. And if you really think about it, on the day that this launch happens, Venus is 4 degrees of Cancer. Notice his natal Jupiter is 4 degrees of Scorpio. So Venus is in this harmonious aspect to Jupiter, his natal Jupiter in his chart. It's simply amazing. Even Uranus, the planet of change, called the Great Awakener, it sits on this day at 8 degrees of Taurus. Look at Elon's Saturn, 7 degrees of Taurus. It's within a degree of his Saturn. And Saturn is a powerful planet for Geminis. Gemini ascendant. It rules the auspicious 9th house of luck and fortune and the 8th house of deep research. This is like a huge opening. Uranus is called the Great Awakener, and it deals with the future in space even. And I think this deals with the contact with space aliens. I know Elon's got to know what's going on, but he's very sly, and he says, I don't know anything. Well, he's smart. That's what you got to say. But he knows more than he's saying. But here's what I want to get to again about Elon Musk. He has Jupiter and Neptune conjunct in his natal chart in the 6th house of health and healing. And let me just say, I think because he's such a smart man, he's going to want to do something that helps the world. And I don't know about you, but if I was a trillionaire, I would want to get out all the healing modalities there are that heal disease. And I think because he's got Jupiter and Neptune in Scorpio, which is a deep, profound, passionate sign, in his 6th house of health and healing, this is exactly the direction Elon's going to go in the future with his money. Yes, he's connecting to space. He's probably even in alignment with some of the aliens that have cures because they're so far advanced. It's not just that they're able to travel light years away, which is so far beyond our intelligence. It doesn't even register on the Richter scale. It's so beyond. But they could give us information for healing. And that is what our planet needs. Not only healing of cancer, but healing of mental diseases, addictions, all the things that plague our planet and our people. And most of all, if we heal the mind, we can heal the anger. We can heal what's wrong with our society and world. And this is what is on the forefront, I think, with what would you do with $1 trillion? How would you heal the world? It's not give people money. That doesn't help anything. It actually makes it worse. How many people won the lottery and ruined their lives? And that's exactly what governments do that take over and control things. There's more corruption, and they take it away from the people. They make the people dumb. They get the people to where they want to just be taken care of, instead of empowering people to empower themselves. This is what I believe can be done when we work with consciousness and the mind to empower people to find their own power, not give it away or want the world to take care of you. No, to grow in conscious awareness. And I believe that if we can have healing modalities that heal the mind, that we all can become in a place of power. All of us, every human being on the planet. There wouldn't be addictions, there wouldn't be mental illness, there wouldn't be sickness, because I'm a firm believer in the mind holding on to resentments and fears and all these emotions make us sick. So if we could have a way to heal the mind, probably the part of the body we know the least about, this could be what could heal the planet. And this gives power back to the people. Not making the people lazy where they don't want to use their mind. Let's give them back the power to use their mind and become empowered. Remember what I said, true power is not money. True power is not controlling others. True power is empowerment, and that means empowering others. There's nothing more gratifying than to empower other people to be the best they can be. And actually, that's what astrology is used for. But to make people the best they can be, to give them back their power, will heal the world. I mean, even giving back people the power to heal themselves physically with all the tools and devices that I believe are going to come out that will heal the world. I believe what Albert Einstein said many, many years ago. He said the future of healing is with vibration and frequency, not with chemicals or drugs. So we're going to see where this all goes. And Maybe I'm being a bit too optimistic, but I do think the world is going to change. And I do love that Elon Musk is always inventing something. I mean, the satellites, the communications, and the things that he has discovered and put together is going to go a powerful direction to help humanity. And I'm thinking, I'm assessing from his chart, he one day will be a huge leader with healing and healing consciousness and healing the mind, healing the planet Earth. So with that, I think I'll close. Remember, if you'd like to learn more about me, go to my website, galacticcenter.org. Don't forget to check out my Patreon group. And if you want to learn Vedic astrology from me, become my student, check out my university. So my university is universityofvedicastrology.com, and my website, where you can sign up for my Galactic Planner, my Patreon, my newsletter, is galacticcenter.org. Thank you.